folks, I'm so excited today to talk about a subject that has so much meaning for me personally. And the subject is giving and serving. You know, we do have a purpose as rental agents, of course, to go out there and make money, because obviously we have needs. But I think the real purpose, the real joy that we get is when we serve others. So let me share a story with you, which was all about giving and serving, but ended up making me $200,000 because I bought a newspaper from a homeless guy on the train. Here's how it happened. I had to go meet a client on 96th Street, so I took the 6th train. And while I was on the 6th train, this guy, a homeless guy, was selling street news for $1 a piece. I gave him the money and I bought the street news. Now, of course, the newspaper did not have very exciting articles on it, but when I opened the paper, I found that the editor was soliciting furniture or clothes or computers or whatever else that somebody might have to spare so that the folks in the homeless shelter could be served better. I said, you know what, I'm going to put this in my bag, and when I get home, I'm going to see what I have that I can give to them. Within a couple of days, I'd put 2 bags of clothes together. I called them, they sent somebody, and happily they took the clothes. A week later, I had an extra computer with a printer that I didn't need anymore. Again, I called them, and again, they sent somebody, and they quickly picked it up. But here's what happened a week later. A week later, somebody called me and said, from the shelter, could you provide 40 hot meals for some of the people, some of the homeless women that we are trying to recruit for a company that has jobs for them? And I gladly said, absolutely, it would be my pleasure. So they came to a restaurant, and I paid the bill, and they took the food for the homeless women. Then Arista, one of the girls that worked at the shelter, invited me to come visit the shelter. I asked her where was it. She said it's on 43rd Street and Lexington Avenue, and we arranged a time for me to go visit it. A couple of days later, going through the homeless shelter, I realized how fortunate life had been to me, because those folks in the shelter sat there. They were just watching television, the food was cold, the smell wasn't that great. It was just a very, very humbling experience. And I found myself full of gratitude for having been given or putting myself in the position where I had the opportunity to serve them. As I was walking out, Arista asked me, what did I do for a living? And I said, well, I was a real estate broker. And she almost jumped with joy. She said, Gary, we're looking for 10,000 square feet of commercial space. Can you help us? Well, what do you think a broker is going to say? Of course, I said I was going to help them. Fast forward 10 months, and Grand Central Social Services Neighborhood Corporation had a brand new gleaming building on 130 East 32nd Street for the homeless people. And I was instrumental in having put that lease together. Now that $1 I spent on the train buying that newspaper for that homeless person resulted in a check for me for $200,000. Now here's the moral of the story. It's not the $200,000 I made from a homeless person. The moral of the story is that I have never passed a homeless person and not offered them a few dollars in help. Because the same life that runs through the homeless person also runs through me. Our point, our purpose, our meaning in this world, even as rental agents, is to give and serve. And I hope, my rental fellow agents, you will think about this. Thank you.